Hey guys! So, today we are going to talk about a few things that I think that you should consider when you become a programmer. And from my perspective, one of the most important things that you can have as a programmer. So let's get into it. So, to give you a little bit of context here, there was a subscriber who reached out to me saying that, rather asking a little bit about how does it feel overall to be a programmer? Like what type of characteristics, like what's the most telling thing that somebody is going to be a good programmer? Now this is of course a very broad question, and it's very tricky to say anything definitive about it, but the subscriber in question asked questions such as patience and stuff of that nature, the sort of thing that makes you a good programmer, are these things that you should value as a programmer. And the thing is that this question is a very good question, because it can be very tricky to kind of, from my perspective, to figure out what type of personality characteristics a programmer has the most value from, if you will. And of course it's highly subjective, and of course there is no definitive answer on this, but I still want to share my perspective on it. If for nothing else, just to reply to the subscriber in question. And you see, there was this other person who wrote a comment that was very nice. She had said that she often feels that she can't understand certain things when she's working, and then her brain starts to tell her that she's stupid, that she's dumb, and basically just loops that in her head over and over and over. And I actually replied to this viewer of mine, and I said that this is completely natural. This happens to me on at least a weekly basis. I get stuck somewhere, I feel stupid, and I feel like, what the hell am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't understand. And I mean, it was 10 times worse when I was at the university. And you see, the reason why I mentioned this is because of what I said to her next. What I told her was that when you reach that moment, when you feel like the dumbest person in the world, you don't understand, and you start blaming yourself for being basically for not being smart enough. That's when you learn whether or not you are the sort of person who can survive as a programmer. Because most people give up at that moment. Most people do not like to feel stupid. They do not like feeling as if they are unable to do something. Most people don't even try hard enough to get to such a point. And most people give up. Just overall. But a programmer is the sort of person who, despite feeling stupid, despite feeling like the dumbest person alive, feels sorry for his or herself, and then changes the code just slightly, try something out to see if they can figure out how to make the code work. They are the sort of person who goes out and Googles a solution to the problem, or tries to figure out a way around the problem, or asks for help. This is the sort of person who, when things get tough to understand or to comprehend, when things aren't working, you stick by it. You keep on trying to figure out how to solve the problem. You don't sit in a corner and cry. Well, maybe you do that too, but you're going to get out of that corner and you're going to go sit back at your computer and you're going to solve that problem, because that's what you do. You solve problems. So for me, the most important personal attributes a programmer can have, first and foremost, stamina. Because nobody gets good at programming by chance. It takes hard work. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. Yes, sure, you can be extremely talented and you can have everything easy in your life. Good for you if you're that sort of person, but on average, it takes time to get good at this sort of thing. So stamina, focus, being able to look at a situation, get really deep into it and analyze it, and keep the focus until the problem is solved. That's number two. And number 3, and this is my personal favorite, you have to have the ability to keep on moving forward, to forget the pain that you just went through. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that you will have days, and I've had days like these, where nothing is working. You have this bug, you can't solve it. You try out everything that is in your mind. You just can't figure it out. You Google, nobody has an answer. You ask your colleagues, they don't know, and you just sit and churn all day. And then finally, you just get to a point where you just do what every programmer does at least once in their career. You take your hands, you put them over your face, and then you sigh really deeply. That moment where most people give up, you reach that point. And then you keep on going. And when that bug is solved, because you will solve it, trust me, you will. It's just a matter of time. When the problem is fixed, this is the key thing. Are you the sort of person who now just forgets that there was an issue and keeps on moving on with your life? Do you keep on moving? Do you carry the pain that you just went through with you, or do you just forget that pain? Because in my personal experience, the programmers who stay in the field the longest are the sort of people who will feel frustrated, who feel all the pain like just like everybody else. But as soon as the problem is fixed, it's like it never happened. They just go back to their life again. They don't carry that pain and frustration with them. They just let it go and move on to the next thing. And if you are that sort of person, you will do very well in programming. Because trust me, yeah, sure, it's great to be smart, it's great to be talented. All these things are awesome. But trust me, even the smartest people among us have to go through the pain of feeling dumb, have to go through the pain of not knowing how to solve a problem, and they have to go through the pain of trying to fix something where they don't have the option of just giving up. And that's the key thing here. Can you deal with that? Because if you can, you're going to be an amazing programmer. Have a great day.